Well, here's the thing. Because I work at night, in the words of Sabrina Carpenter, I'm working late because I'm a comedian.
Virtual reality.
All right, Heather McMahan.
Hi.
Dana,
How we doing?
We're good. We're actually really good because you are in our studio. We're so excited to chat with you, especially because Breadwinner is so funny.
Oh, y'all are so sweet.
New comedy special on Hulu.
I recently became the breadwinner of my family.
Where my women making money at? Blah, 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 blah.
How are you feeling with the response? It's been just a few days since it's premiered.
I mean, it's been crazy. It's really wild as a comic. You work on this material, you tour it forever, and then you shoot it, and then you sit on it for like 6 months, and then it goes out into the world, and you're just like, now I have to start a new hour. So I'm already writing a whole new hour. So actually, as amazing as it is, I'm also sweating because I'm like, oh, I got to start from scratch.
You're like, everybody knows my material that I've been using for a minute.
Exactly. So it's a labor of love. But also, I was telling y'all as I was walking in, doing press and PR, it's different than like when actors go and do press for a show where they play a character and they can talk about somebody other than themselves. It is so self-indulgent. So I'm just sick of myself. I love what I do, but I'm like, y'all are sick of me. I'm sick of me. It's enough. Okay.
What part? Because doing the press and everything like that, the questions happen, everything goes on. What's a question you're like, I don't even know how to say that about myself anymore?
Oh, I mean, it's so funny because the whole concept of the special is about, me stepping into this role and making more money than my husband.
But it's been really funny since I really started making money. He's just become like an over-the-top feminist where I'm like, pump the brakes.
And now my poor husband's like, we get it. He's like, we get it, Heather. All right, the special's called Breadwinner. And I'm like, he's, I don't know, probably on DraftKings right now, trying to like place a bet so he makes some quick cash.
And even right there, you call him poor husband.
Yeah, I know. But it's just so funny. And then you do this material, it's out in the world, and then you sometimes forget some of the jokes, so people reference it. I'm like, oh, I gotta go rewatch my special. I forgot what I talked about for a year.
Did you rewatch it, and how did that feel? Okay.
I watched it on Friday night when it came out. It was live. My husband and I sat in bed. I was in LA, and we sat in bed at a hotel and ordered pizza, and we just sat there, and it was so wild. I mean, it's just an incredible feeling.
I love hearing that because that sounds like my dream night.
Yeah.
But because this is your second full hour special. Yeah. You're touring everywhere. You're on red carpets galore. But I love that the nightlife for you, is the nightlife for you typically just like in bed with takeout?
Well, here's the thing. Because I work at night, in the words of Sabrina Carpenter, I'm working late because I'm a comedian. So I miss so much fun stuff because I don't get off stage till like midnight sometimes. So my wild nights are like a Monday night. Ooh. An industry night. I'm at the Polo Bar at like 6 p.m. and they have to kick my ass out. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. How have date nights changed since you have become the breadwinner? Are you like more excited to like plan things for your husband because you're like, Mama's got the money, we're gonna have a whole night?
Great question, but my husband supported me forever, so now I'm actually just annoyed by it. Because it doesn't matter, straight men are still not gonna take the time to make the reservations. If I say like, honey, tonight's date night, make the reservation. And then he's like, all right, I made a reservation, we're going for sushi. I'm like, I didn't want sushi. I told you I wanted Italian. They don't listen. So then you're just annoyed in the first place. So I always make the plans, period. And then I'm just annoyed that I had to make the plans, but I put that on myself. So it's a hamster wheel of emotion.
And it's a cycle of your own torture.
Exactly.
Okay, at least you have that. That's beautiful.
At least I, can look inward.
Wait, and I love too that it's Breadwinner on Hulu. Because this has been a year of Breadwinners on Hulu.
Yes.
Have you watched Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
Have I watched Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? That is out of body for me when I watch it. First of all, I kind of have Mormon hair right now.
But there are a lot of rules that we have to follow.
The Mormon hair, we all have the same probably hair extensions. Shout out to Salty Locks. I have a little bit of a different take on it.
Oh, tell us.
Everyone really wants to villainize Whitney.
It started with Whitney, Macy, Michaela, and I.
I just think she's just like running the show, and she knows how to make television. Okay?
She's doing her thing.
I said it. Did I say it?
You said it.
And I agree with you. I truly, like, what would the show be without her? We all need an antagonist, and she knows how to antagonize.
Yes.
It's so good.
Who is currently the breadwinner at home?
All of us.
Really?
That's right.
She was antagonizing me with the hair. Because she started out with the extensions, and then she dyed her hair red. It was giving Lindsay Lohan, and now it's giving like sort of like the blonde Wendy's. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the little flip is giving like pigtails from Wendy's.
Yes, but I'm also very into it.
I'm into it because like, she's making me uncomfortable a little bit, and I feel like sometimes we need to get uncomfortable to
get comfortable again.
Exactly.
Look at that. Look at God, we are really moving through some life lessons.
Wait, so are you Team Whitney or Team Taylor if you had to choose a team?
Okay, I'm gonna really get a lot of hate for this. I'm almost Team Whitney. Can I tell you, the first episode with Taylor, it just put a bad taste in my mouth. Taylor, just the way she was, she's like, and I shared that we're all swingers.
No one was innocent. Everyone has hooked up with like everyone.
Everything about it. If I was a swinger, first of all, I'm never swinging. And I'll tell you why, because I know too much about my friends' husbands. You know what I mean? Women, we talk. In our group chat, it's like, hey, Mark has hemorrhoids. You know what I'm not doing? Ever hooking up with Mark, okay? Like, we all know too much. There was something about Taylor, I don't trust her. I don't trust her.
And you see now, she's no longer with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no Dakota.
Do you suspect that anyone on the current cast was involved in the swinging? Because they all say very strongly we were not involved in that. I feel like
that's what's confusing to me, is that they all, like, the opening episode was her talking about this swinging, and how she threw everybody under the bus, but then nobody said that they were swingers. I'm like, well, if it's already out, just swing from the chandelier. Like, what are we doing?
Also, it was soft swinging. I'm like, you just humped each other. Just say that.
It's a hand job. It was a hand job, in a closet. We've all been there,
I went to high school.
We all went to high school.
I actually don't know in Utah, but I think so. I don't know. I think so.
Yeah.
Heather, as your star continues to rise, I feel like you've definitely been approached about reality TV before. Would you ever consider any sort of reality show, like Secret Lives or Housewives? Like, is that something that's on your vision board or no?
It's not on my vision board because I feel like as a stand-up, your life is already a reality show. When you're telling jokes, you're talking about your life. You're exposing your most embarrassing, vulnerable, deepest, darkest secrets on stage every night. So I feel like everyone's already getting that for like half of the price. So maybe I should start charging more, honestly.
You get to keep some of your sanity, I think, too. You get to have it in your own, what I do love, too, because speaking of how you are stand-up and doing so well, you had an interview where someone was saying you are filling the shoes of Joan a little bit, which the biggest shoes to fill. And
that's an honor.
Especially because you're doing all the red carpets and everything. And I think you said in this interview that you hope one day to get to the place where you can lovingly roast the way Joan did.
I had to show up for the first day of work at the Emmys and really just ease in, gentle. You know what I mean? It was a gentle little nod to some of these celebs, but I'm hoping, as people trust me, I can really start to loosen up a little bit and, just have some fun with it. Yeah.
Because I would have just imagined there's a lot of time with the commentary where you're like biting your tongue. You're like,
yeah. A lot of biting in the tongue. And here's the thing. People don't realize that's the hardest job. I could go do 90 minutes of stand-up at Radio City in front of 6,000 people and wouldn't bat an eyelash. Standing on the carpet, it's actual journalism. I have to know what projects everybody's doing, what they're nominated for. My brain hurts after those 2 hours of live telecast.
There's organized chaos to it. So you can just be sitting there like, Zendaya's here, and you're like, oh,
hi, and then and you studied, so you think you know what's on your card. Then somebody hands you a card, and then the publicists are yelling, and you're just like, you look gorgeous. And half the time, I fan out. Like during the Emmys, Reese Witherspoon and Laura Dern came up, and Reese at the commercial break was like, let's just kiki. And so I just start talking to her about the Housewives. I'm like, what is happening? It's just Laura and Reese, and I completely forgot that we were on national television.
That's heaven.
That's heaven.
That's the best part. Wait, and then it ended up being Kyle Richards was the mystery housewife.
Oh, I don't even know, because Reese came up to me at an event afterwards and was like, we got in trouble. What are we like said too much. I'm like, I didn't mean to get you in trouble.
You're like, I was trying to be nice.
Yeah. So I don't actually know who the mystery housewife is.
I think Kyle confirmed, actually.
I think Kyle confirmed, but I don't know if they confirmed. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if Kyle was like, speaking it into existence.
Kyle was like, let me manifest.
Yes.
Let me seize the opportunity.
Lives drop the most tea.
They really do. Those Amazon Lives.
And Lala Kent especially, she goes hard on an Amazon Live.
What has she said recently?
I mean, I feel like she's always making headlines.
That's why she confirms like the gender of her baby, who's fired, who she hates, who she's not talking to.
And is this why people are selling Amazon products? So this is the modern day like QVC HSN.
Basically, yeah.
The dream. Yeah.
Which is actually my dream, which is what Joan did. My dream is to like be on the 3 a.m. hour selling like pashminas to women in like, Minnesota and just chit-chatting and gossiping and having drunk people call in.
I think you'd have to move to Pennsylvania though.
I'd be into it.
Okay.
I can farm.
Okay,
We make it chic. Hello, Ralph Lauren.
I love that. Wait, do you, because like you said, like you want to get to a place of roasting. Is roasting something that's like the immediate first thought in your brain, or do you have to think on it?
No, I mean, listen, as a comic, we're cynical, right? So I obviously want to point out the elephant in the room. I love roasting. I love doing crowd work and roasting people. But it is fun to do the red carpet because, listen, it's obviously like these people are my peers. So it's really fun. But at the end of the day, okay, this is what I've learned. Musicians are down to clown because they're usually higher drunk when they're on the red carpet anyways. They're always a good time. The actors are a little bit more buttoned up, but they know how to give a good interview because they're seasoned professionals.
Okay.
So you always want to get like some sort of rogue comic who's nominated for some sort of dramatic piece, and they'll always give you the best interviews. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, we'll let you roast us though.
Oh, listen, y'all are nice. No. I still like that. I want to come back.
Oh my God. Okay, fun. Wait, because we also love that you have been on Watch What Happens a lot.
Yes, and I'm going back on this week.
Wait, do you know who you're with?
It's apparently I don't know which star from Salt Lake City, but it's a Salt Lake City girl, I think. Is that right? I think.
That's exciting. That's really exciting.
And people think I'm Heather Gay all the time. So if I got to meet Heather Gay, I would lose my mind.
That would be really fun.
I know. Wouldn't it be great? I had a show in Denver, Colorado. I'm at this great fancy spot for brunch. I walk outside. I'm waiting on my car. This young woman runs out and she's like, Heather. And I turn around and she just goes, ugh, you're not Heather Gay. I said, no, my name's Heather McMahan. She's like, everybody told me there was a famous Heather here. Never mind. And walked back in. And I said, I've never been so humbled in my life.
Wow.
Oh
Yep.
my God.
Oh, yeah.
I think one of your Watch What Happens Live appearances, you were with Jennifer Aiden.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have thoughts about the future of New Jersey? Who do you think should stay? Who do you think should leave? Are you a Team Teresa, Team Melissa kind of gal?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
The lines are blurred. It is so messy, blurry. I don't know what's going on over there. And I love meeting Jennifer Aiden in person. She was lovely. She was great. So it's tough when you meet these gals in person. You're like, oh, they're fantastic. She came to my show at Radio City. She was a dream. Doll. She sent me flowers. I was like, I'll take the gifts. But then you see the show and it is total chaos.
Wait, that's hard. And I feel like you fall into the same thing that for us, like if someone's nice to us, I'm like, they're the best. No, they have no flaws.
They can do no wrong.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then you see the show and they're like beating each other over the head with a lamp and you're like, I don't know whose side to take.
You don't know my girl like I do.
Yeah,
She was kind to me for 2 minutes.
The best is Sonia Morgan is truly what you see on the show is her in real life in the best way. I ran into her in the Turks and Caicos and Sonia had like the tags on her pashmina and I was like, Sonia, your tags are on. She goes, honey, I'm returning it. And I was like, I love Sonia. Like she and Ramona can do no wrong in my eyes.
Oh my God, yeah, 1000%.
Yeah, I'm obsessed.
Do you have a favorite housewife of all time?
Ooh. Okay, I'll tell you this. I'm an Atlanta girly. I really miss Nene and Kim together. To me, that was some of the best television ever, period. So I would say I miss my two girls together. And then I would probably say Sonia. I mean...
Because those are the three that make those shows comedies. Like Nene
Yes.
and Kim together and like her showing her the songs, full sincerity, cigarette. It's beautiful.
Kim, I also get people think I'm also Kim Dulce. Yeah. The Kim driving around in the Corvette or the Mercedes convertible, smoking the cigarettes, red Solo cup. I'm like, what producer allowed her to just drink and drive? Just don't be tardy for the party with the wigs. I live for her. I die for her. I love her.
She is such heaven. Oh my God.
She's such heaven. Who's your favorite?
I'll tell you after.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
I forgot.
because they come in here.
Yeah, y'all are running a business. I forgot. I will say too, Phaedra's my girl. I run into her all the time in Atlanta. She's so fantastic.
Wait, have you run into any of the new girls or no?
No, I have not run into any of the new girls yet.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
I'm on the
'cause
prowl.
Drew had thoughts about them.
Oh, tell me.
She basically said they were boring, and I was like, wait, do we watch the new season? Drew was like, I don't know how y'all are going to feel about this, but I'm intrigued by the Kenya Moore of it all, and the poster. Do you have thoughts on the Kenya Moore
I
poster
don't.
scandal?
I live in their city, so I'm pleading the fifth.
We gotta get you home safe. Yes.
Yeah, I got to stay cool with my girls.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah, but the Housewives are just everything, and then when you see them and meet them in person, it's truly like, it's the best feeling in the world.
And kind of what we were talking at the beginning, like they are glamour to a T because they're always dressed to the nines. Like they're always turning a look, even if it's at the grocery store.
Yeah.
So great.
I used to work at Soul Cycle in West Hollywood as one of my survival jobs a couple years ago, and I used to always wait on Lisa Rinna, and she was fantastic, treated everyone with respect at the front desk. So Lisa's also my girl.
Wow,
I know
I
she's
love
had, she doesn't do the show anymore, but Lisa was fantastic.
Before we
Yeah.
end this interview, I just want to shout you out. Like, just a few years ago, you had a survival job. I know. And now you have a podcast with like 400,000 downloads a month. You have
crazy.
2 comedy specials.
Soon
under
to be
your
3,
belt.
I'm sure.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm just so obsessed with that for you. Like,
I really appreciate it. Listen, I am so grateful for everybody who's tuned in, who comes to the shows. I feel so blessed that this is what I get to do for a living. And at the end of the day, I just want to make people giggle and laugh. And that's all we're doing here. We're not curing cancer. We're telling jokes. So if I, to do a live show and have people come and just get out of their, like, whatever BS they're going through in their life and come listen to mine, then I'm doing my job. If that made any sense.
You did
I
your
don't
job
know.
today because you made us laugh and
Oh
smile.
my
so
gosh,
thank
I
you so
love
much
y'all.
for
Thank
that.
you for having me.
thank
This is
you.
great.
Congrats on Breadwinner.
Thank you.
Yes.
Stream it on Hulu. Thank you. Love you, mean it.